What's up everybody, Peter McKinnon here, and welcome back to another tutorial video by Peter McKinnon. You might be wondering why I'm dressed the way I'm dressed in the middle of April, and that would be because it is currently freezing rain and snowing outside. I do not understand it, I am very upset by it, thus I am dressed appropriately for the conditions that are outside. I'd love to be doing this tutorial outdoors, but I don't want to turn into a human icicle. Thus, I shall resume the tutorial at my desk. I would love to see the sunshine, just saying. We have to play the hand we're dealt, right? I'm not happy about this. What is up everybody? Welcome back to another tutorial. So great to have you here. If you do hear the ice hitting my window, that's it's unfortunately nothing I can do about it. So let's just hope that spring one day finally comes. But in the meantime, I'm gonna teach you two awesome new features that Adobe just rolled out with Premiere Pro. So if you're video editing, whew, these are a time saver, I'll tell you that much. Before I jump into this tutorial, I'm gonna do something kind of fun. Jason from Adobe gave me 5 Amazon codes for $25, and he's like, do you want to just throw these in a video? And I was like, absolutely. So throughout this tutorial, I'm gonna drop those Amazon codes on the screen at different points as the tutorial runs through. So if you've watched the whole thing and you're fast and you're part of the notification squad, because you've hit the bell, you might win yourself a free $25 gift card to Amazon. So now that you know that, happy hunting, let's learn some dope new features. How, like that sounded so radio? Let's learn some dope new features. Right back to you, Peter. Thanks, Peter. So it's interesting because the more that I do editing, the more that I vlog, the more that I edit these videos, also from my past being an editor working for other companies and editing for them, time is always of the essence. Everyone always wants that edit fast. You gotta turn around vlogs fast. People wanna see results fast. Same day edits for weddings, fast. Everything revolves around time. The faster you can turn out that same type of quality content, the more valuable you are as an editor. Whenever it comes to time-saving hacks or tips or tricks or methods or new updates that do that for you, save you time, I always take the time to invest, pun intended, I always take the time to invest into, I always make sure that I learn those techniques because being a faster editor, having a more proficient workflow is just good for everybody. So these new features are absolutely no exception. We are talking about color match and audio ducking. Now, if you don't know what these are, I'll explain them in a minute. If you are a Creative Cloud user, go ahead and update all your apps to make sure you have these new features because they were just rolled out. Now, I was lucky enough to have them a couple weeks ago to test them out and see how they work. So when we were at NAB and they were talking about all these new features and doing the presentations, it was super cool to see it unveiled for the first time. So what is color match and what is audio ducking? So color match is awesome. So picture this. So you've shot an entire vlog like I did in the desert. You've done some in the shade, some in the sun, some indoors, outdoors, soft light, morning light, sunset. When you're vlogging, you're all over the place and you can't control sometimes the light source. So when you get those clips back into Premiere, it gets a little time consuming trying to match the color to all those clips so your vlog doesn't look all over the place. And you know, I always cut the whole vlog together, then I go back and start coloring each clip individually. Every single clip I try to match to the last clip or whatever that sequence is. I try to match that whole sequence. If we're doing drone wars, we're near the bus, then we were near the water tower and the light was different, but I still try to color grade both those clips so that the light looks the same. Or maybe it's a B-roll sequence and I was all over the entire property and all those clips were shot in different types of light, but I want to color grade all those so they look the same. If everything just looked crazy and different all the time, you just feel a disconnect. And that's an important part of filmmaking and making videos is you want your footage, be it that they're interviews or B-roll, you want that stuff to feel the same. It needs to match itself. So color match takes a reference clip that you've either graded or you want to mimic that color. You click one button and it matches all the other clips to the same reference clip and you're done. It's one click. Like you don't have to go through and individually try to copy or paste your attributes or match your color wheels to the same. You just click once and it's done. Now Audio ducking is just as exciting, especially for vloggers, because sometimes we're doing B-roll to music. Sometimes we have music for an intro. Sometimes we have music underneath our talking portions of the vlog. And up until this point, if I have music under a talking point for my vlog, I would cut where my talking begins, cut where my talking ends, lower the decibel value of that audio track, put in 2 crossfades so it wasn't a super abrupt cut, and I would do that for every single talking point. But essentially all you have to do now is just click one button and it ducks everything for you automatically. Like, it's like Gandalf the wizard is living inside my computer and he's just doing my work for me. It's you click one button and it automatically ducks all the audio wherever any talking part is in your vlog, and it brings it down and then it brings it back when you're not talking. These things are just massive time savers. So we're gonna jump into the computer, whoop, and I'm gonna show you guys how you can use these new features, because if you're using Premiere Pro, you need to be trying these things out, because whew, I just saved you hours. Well, I mean, I didn't save you hours. Premiere saved you hours. But I mean, I guess maybe I saved you hours, depending on, let's learn how to do this. All right, so open up Premiere. You can follow along if you want, or you can just kind of check this out and then go ahead and try it for yourself after the fact. But I've gone ahead and already kind of lined up a few examples of how all of these features will work for you. So, for instance, here are 3 clips of B-roll from the ghost town last week. We've got a clip of someone just shooting vertically on their phone. We've got a clip of Maddie moving through the desert, shooting some B-roll. And then we have this chick hitchhiking on the side of the road. Seems practical. So the first thing we notice about all these 3 clips, they're all different colors. This clip right here looks the best to me. We had the best light, the best reflections. Everything just looks pleasing in this clip, so I'd probably want to make this my reference. Now you can further tweak this with the Lumetri color tab or color wheels, but let's just go off like just the raw clips right here. So we got Maddie, we got the vlogger, and we have the hitchhiker. So let's just say we want Maddie to be the reference clip. So what do? Come up here to the color tab right beside editing, click that. It's gonna change your workspace over to the color grading workspace, which is just a better way of editing. By the way, if you don't use these tabs up top, start using them, because I used to just try to crowd my desktop with like every little box that I needed, so I didn't have to switch between anything. But being able to go from color to editing to graphics to audio back to editing, and it changes the workspaces so you have more room to work. Totally awesome feature that everyone should take advantage of. So I digress, back to the color tab. So once you're in color, you'll notice over here on the right side, it says color wheels and match. That's new. You click on that, nothing's highlighted. So what do? Well, we gotta set our reference point. The first thing you wanna do is highlight the clip in your timeline. So if we click on this, you'll notice now we have some options. Go ahead and click on comparison view. That's gonna show you your comparison clip to what you're gonna color grade. You'll notice up here it says reference. This is our reference clip. You'll notice there's a slider below that. We can move this slider around to pick our reference clip. If we wanted this to be our reference clip, then we can leave it there. If we wanted this first clip to be our reference, then we would leave it there. But we want our reference clip to be Maddie, because that's the clip we like the color to the most, and we wanna match the other clips to this clip. Okay, so your reference clip is the master. It's what you want everything else to look like. So in this case, Maddie, it's gonna look at his face, it's gonna match skin tones. They use face detection, so make sure you have that checked over here. Where that would come in handy is if you had an interview and you had 3 different camera angles outside and you wanted to match the color to all 3 camera angles because you were shooting it with 3 different cameras. Face detection is really gonna help with that. So we don't see his face that much on this, and in the first B-roll clip, there isn't even a face of anyone, but it's still helpful to match that last clip with the hitchhiker, and it's just good to have checked. So once you're ready to do this, you can move around the timeline. You'll notice that reference clip is locked in. It's not going to move. We can move to here, we can move to here, we can move to here. It doesn't matter. It's gonna grade the clip on the right, which is called current, to look like the reference. And all you have to do that is click apply match. So we click on that, instantly it's graded to the same color temperature. Whew. Same thing goes for this. Apply match. Boof. Once you have this reference, you could highlight your entire timeline and hit apply match, and it'll grade your whole vlog for you based off that reference clip. You can also change the view type of these clips so you can see a better example of what's actually happening. You do that by just clicking these little boxes down here. It'll show you a side to side, which you can actually drag any which direction. It'll show you an above and a below, which you can drag to any which direction. So that's super helpful if you're color grading someone's face or a car or a scene or a drone shot. There's just so many options. You wanna go back to the side-by-side, that's these little boxes right here. And if you don't want any of them, you can actually just uncheck in your toolbox down here, comparison view, and that brings you back to full screen. Now, if we were to line all these clips up and hit spacebar and just kind of play them back and forth, you'll notice the color is almost perfect. It doesn't change much at all between these 3 clips, which was the goal. So let's look at 2 more shots for this. We'll look at these drone ones here. We got this aerial of the entire property, and then we have a top down. Now you'll notice the top down is a lot more washed out than this one. So before even going into grading this any further, I'd love this top down shot to match our original drone shot much better. So we can go into comparison view, we can set our reference to this drone shot right here. We can select this clip and just hit apply match. Magic, it's done. It's graded to almost the exact temperature of our initial opening scene. Let's zoom into the timeline right here, drag this up, connect these 2. We'll leave comparison view, and I will play this drone shot. Goes right into the next drone shot. Those colors match perfectly. That took 2 seconds. We didn't have to mess or fuss with anything, not even touching the color wheels. So you can see if you have 16 drone shots from this entire property, you highlight them all, apply match, boof. The color is done, matched perfectly. Okay, and I'd like to interrupt this tutorial with a coffee break. Now, if you watch these vlogs regularly, you might be thinking to yourself, are we going down to the kitchen to watch another coffee montage? Oh, no, see, I keep a little backup, a little stockpile, a little reserve under my desk for this very occasion. Oh yeah. Little mobile coffee setup right here at the desk. Here's a little bit of a coffee lesson for you. All right. This here is called an AeroPress. That's filters, 1, perfect, boop. We got our little funnel, stir stick, everything you need in this convenient bag. This is not an ad, I just like coffee a lot. We're gonna brew this with the inverted method. Flip this upside down like so. Stick our little funnel in top. I have my emergency coffee grounds ready to go. Pour those through the funnel. Perfect. But Peter, you need boiling water. Ooh, right to the top. Boosh. Still got some left over. Keep that in there in case I want seconds. Woo-hoo! We're gonna let that steep for a second here. Oh, it smells so good. Stir this up. Make sure our paper filter is placed in the bottom. Lock that into place. We're gonna flip this upside down, plunge the coffee using that pressure, press it through the filter into the cup. We have coffee. Goes a little something like this. This locks on, and we just push down. Flip this back over, and what do we have here but a fresh cup of joe? Ooh. Cheers to springtime. Back to the tutorial. All right, so with color match out of the way, let's go up and check out audio ducking. Now to do that, same thing, go up to the top where those tabs are, select audio, and that's gonna bring up our audio panel. Everything's at our fingertips, we're good to go. So for this, we need to distinguish which tracks are vlog, like talking tracks, dialogue, and then we need to distinguish which tracks are music, so the software knows where to duck that audio in and out. It's pretty easy to do that. As an example, let's just play this and see how it sounds. The music's too loud, so we need to fix this. So what do? Let's start by identifying which track is which. Let's highlight the music, come up here and select music so that it knows. Now that it knows, we can come over here to loudness and we can hit auto match. That's instantly gonna analyze and bring that track down. So right away, just by hitting that button, you've already matched that audio much better. Here's what it sounds like now. So that's sounding better already, but now, typically what I would have done in the past is gone through, hit B for the blade tool, made a cut here, brought that down manually to whatever setting I liked, then I would go over to the effects, put a crossfade in between both cut points, and do that for every single time there was talking in the vlog. Now that takes a long time, so auto ducking does it for you. Let me show you what I mean. So the music track is the track we need to manipulate to be able to hear the audio. So go ahead, select your music track, come up here to the ducking tab. Now make sure that is checked off because we want to use it. Drop that down, and we're just gonna generate keyframes. Go ahead and click on that. Instantly, it's put in 2 keyframes where it's ducked that audio lower, and if we scroll to the end of that vlog clip where my audio stops talking, it's automatically put a keyframe in and it's ramped the music back up. Moving right along, you'll see the next clip has been done for us as well. All right, let's see what this day has in store. I mean, if that's not the best thing you've ever seen, I mean, as an editor, like, I just want to dance when I see that happening. That gets me so unbelievably excited, and it's as easy as that. You're literally just clicking a few buttons. With the audio, you're telling it which is the track of music, which is the track of dialogue, and it sets the keyframes for you. With color match, you're highlighting all the clips, you're picking your reference, you're hitting one button, and it's color grading everything for you. So you have just sped up your workflow by potentially hours, depending on what you are editing. So definitely check out those features, something I'm super excited about and was really happy to be a part of the launch at NAB with Adobe. Incredible. So that's it for me, guys. If you like this video, hit that like button, smash it. That's something that you're into, 2018 style. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I really tried to turn that sideways and it totally got stuck. Fail. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.